like I'm on a cooking show. Welcome. Good morning. Okay, so I every week when I take one day to film and and do my thing, Livy and Brad go out and they kind of have like a dad-daughter day, which is something that I think is really special. They've been doing that for a long time. And this day is kind of like, it's my chance to like get everything out of the way, done for the week, and run around, get some errands done, do some things, okay? Sorry, I don't have a monitor, I can't see myself. And I'm just looking at a little thing, and my camera crew didn't show up today. So what are we gonna do? Okay, so today, I thought that I would begin the video by sharing my smoothie that I make every single day, that I talk about a lot. This isn't just like, guys, I got this new thing and I'm gonna be promoting this and I've only been using this for a week. No, I've been doing this for probably over 5 years, if not more than that, but I really have like honed the perfect like protein powders and greens powders and collagen things that I really, really love. And for years I was using a different brand, and this is just like tippity top, like the best. And if you guys remember, a couple years back, I did do a video in here. I was like in my robe and I'd come down and I was doing my smoothie. Since then I do it a little different, and of course like the different brands and of the powders and stuff. But I mentioned it in a video recently and people were asking to see it. And I don't really want to tell you to go see that old one because it's not exactly what I do anymore, but it makes me feel good. It's healthy. I don't like skipping. I mean, I can't. I like to eat. I like to, but it's, about putting good things in your body. And I've said I'm so against like what I eat in a day and people that are YouTubers giving food advice. Make it stop. But I'm all about being healthy and having like a positive body image. And yeah, I've said in the past, like, well, I don't deprive myself of anything, but I don't always crave bread, so maybe I'm not like pounding sandwiches every single day, but when I want one I do, just things like that. I just want to give you guys like a positive message overall, and I do feel like this is healthy because it's not realistic for me to be whipping up a ton of breakfast every day. Brad and me and Livy, we all eat at different times, I feel. Sometimes I get up earlier. I want my smoothie first thing. So this has kind of killed me because I knew I was going to film it today and I wanted to wait till they were gone. So I got ready first and now I'm like ready to enjoy this. But we're all kind of doing different things. When I'm making Livy's breakfast, it's for her and she might want something different. So this is always my go-to. You got to have something in your back pocket. And I don't like to just grab like a sugary like bar, or not because it's sugary, but just like, what is that? Like I don't like a lot of those things. But you gotta do what you gotta do on the go, and this is a great thing that you could make in the morning, bring to work. Nothing better than stopping at McDonald's every now and then. I might do that for breakfast. It's my favorite breakfast of all time. Maybe once a month, and it's not because I'm depriving myself, it's just because I'm not really out that time of day. If I got an early morning appointment, I'm hitting McDonald's, okay? Now, I'm not doing that every day, but nothing wrong with it. Occasionally, like for a special weekend or something, we'll make a big breakfast at home, but you ain't doing that every day. You gotta have something healthy in your back pocket, and this is just it. So I've gone through 2 of these. My old one bit the dust. I think last year, Brad and Livy got me this. I think last Mother's Day. Oh, it's dirty, but it's a really nice NutriBullet. I usually don't do my smoothie here. I just thought this was best for the light. But next to the sink, we have like kind of a weird cabinet situation. And there's one little lone cabinet, and that's where I keep like dish towels, whatever, and then my smoothie stuff. So every morning I just pop this down, do it, and it's just so easy. This is the blender cup. It goes in your dishwasher. I don't mess with a big blender and having to like wash all the pieces. This is just your cup. You take it with you and you wash it for the next day. And I might even take you guys with me to lunch. I don't know what I'm doing today. Okay, I don't know, you guys. I don't know what this video is going to be. I thought I'll just film this quickly, then we'll get into the dresses. I think I might do the fashion video next week, though, now that I'm thinking about it, because we do have a lot to talk about. We'll just see where this goes. I don't know. I take my cup, just came out of the dishwasher, so it's a little, and I'm going to fill it up with crushed ice from the fridge. And I fill it up about not much, but a quarter of the way maybe. And this I crave every morning. It just makes me feel so good. Oh my gosh, I was like, do I not have bananas? Oh my gosh, you guys, almost had a heart attack. Okay, let me tell you, I'm gonna keep my little banana bowl under that too. Love it. Ripe banana, perfectly ripe. Okay. Love a ripe banana. All right, and then break. I need a towel. Just kidding, but not. Okay. Next, your protein powder. This is the best I've ever tried. If you find yourself struggling with like breakouts that you think are hormonal, it could be due to, are you eating a lot of like whey protein? A lot of people that like work out or that are athletes or whatever that just say, oh, I have acne. A lot of time it's due to the fact that those people are probably like pounding protein, and a lot of that is whey based. And a whey protein that's egg based can cause, if you're prone to breakouts, it can cause some acne that kind of mimics a hormonal situation. But plant-based protein tastes like crap, okay? We all know this. This doesn't. This tastes exactly like a yummy vanilla whey protein. Doesn't taste like peas. Now this one, the serving size is 2 full scoops. I don't do that. I just do like, that's a heaping scoop. I just do 1 scoop because the collagen powder that I use has a little bit of protein in it. And I don't want to be buying this any more than I do. Okay, this is a great greens powder. I'll link to everything that I'm using. Ooh, almost time to open a new one. Got another one up there. And this just has a lot of vitamins, minerals, and just a lot of good goods. And it doesn't have a crazy taste. It has a wild berry flavor. This whole smoothie tastes like heaven. Okay, it's so good. Okay, this is amazing. So it's the collagen protein plus. So it does have some protein in it. That's why I don't do a full of that. This is amazing. This tastes amazing. It's peach mango, and this is what really, makes it yummy. Now, people talk about, I've been taking collagen for, gosh, and I don't, 9 years, but I always think like, oh, I did it like right after Olivia was born, my 9, you know, she's 9, so I don't know, I have been doing collagen for a long time, and I do think it matters. There's a lot of people that are slinging brands and this and that, oh, this is better, liquid's better, powder's better. If the powder, I mean, I'm not just taking straight powder. If you dissolve it in liquid, I mean, it's absorbing, it's fine, and I feel like it does the trick. I feel like I feel good. I don't feel super creaky. My skin looks good. Now this, I talked about in that video recently, the colostrum. Like I said, don't want to know where it comes from, don't want to think too hard about it, but I do feel like this gives me a little boost. And they say you can use up to 3 scoops of this, so I do 2, but this stuff's expensive. Cannot taste this at all. Immune barrier superfood. Protect, regenerate, strengthen, bioactive, 200 plus nutrients, a lot of prebiotics. I do take a pre-probiotic in the morning, so maybe this is overkill. But it says it protects like your gut barrier. Y'all know I'm a consumer, I'm a sucker, so that sounds great. But I do think it makes me feel good. I cannot even count the amount of like jars of these things I've used. Like I said, this isn't something new. I have been using these things for years, but this is probably my 3rd jar of this. So I haven't been using it super long, but still a long time. Okay, where is all this? I did my hair. Okay. I don't know if I have enough of this, but this is great. The unsweet vanilla silk almond milk. Got nothing against dairy, love it. I do have so much dairy all the time. Oh good, I have just a little bit left. Thought I was gonna have to use some of Livy's milk, but nothing against dairy. I just like the almond milk. It's nice, why not? If you're eating veggies and nuts anyway. Some people are so against like, oh, I don't do plant-based, and I'm like, it's not like my whole diet, but every now and then it's nice to switch something. And then there's a little max line on this particular sized cup. I don't know what size this one is, but you can kind of see. But I just fill up the liquid to that. Screw her on. Oh my gosh, I have some really good kitchen things to show you guys, and a few things, and a few beauty things. I used this new like teeth whitening thing this morning. I'll talk about. All right, so then put it on. Okay, and then usually right next to the sink, so let me go take this off and rinse the blade. Here we are. Now oh, hold on. Oops, do I look like a different person now that my light's off? Just kidding. Unplugged the wrong thing. Okay. I crave this in the morning the same way like I guess people would crave like coffee or whatever you get like first thing in the morning. My routine in the morning, I do not drink coffee in the morning. I love it. I might get it like if I'm out during the day, I'll go through McDonald's and get like a small coffee or something. Nothing better than McDonald's coffee. Or I'll make a cup of it at home like midday, but I'm not a morning coffee person. It just doesn't make me feel good in the morning. I'm like a diet Coke in the morning. If I do, but I like to drink a lot of water in the morning and go for this. Smoothie straws are a must. If there's any little powder on the side, I kind of get that off. Anything didn't blend. And I waited too long to have this morning. It's so good. It tastes so good. And sometimes like when you see me filming videos, I'll have like my smoothie cup beside me and I'm always like, don't look, because it ends up looking, because sometimes it looks kind of gross as you drink it, but really, really good. Put this away. So guys, I don't know, should we do like a vlog? In a couple hours, I might take you with me because I gotta go a few places. I don't know, should I don't know. Should we just talk now? I do have some things to share with you guys. It has been a busy week. I redid my bookshelves in the family room. It needed just like a refresh, so I'll show that. A few things though that I want to show y'all. Okay, this is that teeth whitener. I ordered it and this was the first morning I used it. And I thought this was always kind of a joke, you know? I mean, obviously like I use my Sonic toothbrush and I use like a good toothpaste and all that. But this purple stuff that you put on your teeth, I'm always like, it works because it's kind of like a stain, almost like a toner for your hair, but it counteracts like the yellow or anything on your teeth. And it's not, I mean, it's temporary, but okay, you brush your teeth every day anyways. It's kind of a cool thing every now and then for like a special occasion, but I liked it. And then I did want to show y'all a few things. So today I use this. I got this from the Sephora, you know, I talked about this when they were doing the Sephora sale. The Rare Beauty and Integrity, the eyeshadow stick. Just like a pretty champagne. I love, love, love an eyeshadow stick. And then these are new. I thought these were gonna be smaller, like eyeliner, because that's what they're sold as, and it's called a Longwear Cream Liner Stick. And I was kind of disappointed that they were this big, because that's never gonna stay pointy like that. It's just gonna end up being like a shadow stick. But I do really like this color, and I smudged it in today, and it's called Jungle. It's like a green, and I thought that might be cool with this. So that's what I've got going on there. And I want to show you guys this because you've probably seen it, but look how cute. I posted it on my Instagram. Like, can you see like the sparkle? Oh, it's so pretty. So this was, I think, 30 bucks. I don't know what it is, but bookshelves, it's great, it's whatever. But over the years, like, I just have a time with these dang bookshelves. Do you guys feel me? Like, you get in different moods, you add different things, and then it's at a good point, whatever, but then you step back a couple years later and you're like, how did I not notice they were like that cluttered? They had gotten so cluttered and funky. Like, I had so much stuff on them. All right, come with me. Oh, my big ass candle, love it so much. On this table, I kind of have like things that are a little see-through or just, and it really hasn't changed much, okay? Like, I like family pictures, whatever. But our new table, we got our bluey pillow. You saw the little blue pillow. Really love that table. You can store like, you know, blankets, games, whatever. It's a really great storage ottoman coffee table. I added that moss bowl that I've had for years. I did not buy it like that. I saw a company, I think it was Alice Lane, selling that exact bowl with the exact moss in it for hundreds of dollars. That bowl was from Restoration Hardware for maybe like 60, 70 bucks years and years ago. And I just ordered my own moss and did that probably 3 or 4 years ago, and it stayed really nice. But here's what I did. That's Olivia's. Under here we have games and all kinds of things, but I kept this little tray so that she could just put the things in there because her things would just end up strewn all over there. But I took a lot of my books, and instead of just lining them all up around the back and then everything being so close to the front, I kind of like grouped them and put these cute little things and just special books. And then over here, it's kind of the same vibe, kind of the same stuff. My old Target art that's like super old, that's really funny, has a really funny story behind it. My grandma thought that Brad had painted that of me for a while. I heard her over here one time. Grandma's probably gonna watch this video and she would think this was funny because it was really funny. But I saw Grandma like a couple years ago, we had this holiday thing and there were a lot of people here, and I heard her over here gesturing to that, telling somebody like, oh, Brad painted this of Tiffany. And I was like, wait, what? Like, where? So I thought that was really funny. And that looks nothing like me, but I'll take it, okay? Yeah, so I really like that. It was a fun memory, super cute. Anyways, I thought that was a nice little refresh. And then like kind of when you back up, it's, I don't wanna say symmetrical because it's not the same things, but it's just grouped in a good way. And I'm gonna head out in a little bit, run some errands in a few hours, maybe go get lunch, and I might take you guys with me. What do you think? Like old times? You guys want to go for a ride? Like old times? Okay, so we're gonna head out. I didn't bring my little straw bag because I'm not like, you know. Oh my gosh, oh wait, hold on, I gotta get the keys. I have a loaner car. Do I have them in my purse? Oh, I don't know. I have to find out when I get in there. It's so dark with these glasses on. I don't have another hand. Okay, we're heading out. I'm gonna go get some lunch. Got a few things in the car to take to UPS. Oh my God, I set off the alarm a minute ago. Scared the crap out of me. Okay. This car is real cute, look. Very cute. It's a GLB. It's a lot smaller than mine, but it's real cute. I'm excited to drive it. It's cute. Kind of similar to mine up front. It's a little smaller. The back seat is really small. But I would say this is a good, like, why am I reviewing this car? I don't care. But I'm just saying it's a good little sized SUV for a small fam. Perfect for like one kid or two kids. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't car vlogged. I mean, I don't have to be honest. You guys know this. In so long, it's not a thing, but we don't go with the times. We just do what we want to do, right? We'll do some chit-chatting. I have a lot that I want to talk to you guys about, just about like the week and the homeschool of it all. We're almost done with the year. Weird cup holder. Yeah, the middle is a lot smaller. So I have the GL. Do I even have my keys? I guess I do, because I don't think I have the keys with me. Yes, I do. Whoa. A little delayed there. My car that I have is a GLE 53. It's like the AMG version of the GLE. The GLE is like the perfect SUV. My last two cars have been the GLE. I had the GL before that, which is the big one, and it was a GLS 550. It was like the big one, not the G-Wagons. But that one I found, so the big one, like the GL versus the GLE, and I've had both. I just feel like the GLE is so like far superior. GLE is like the medium one, which is the one that I have. This one's much smaller, and then the GL is like the big one. But the back seat on my GLE is bigger and roomier than the back seat of the GL. Now, it could just be the year difference or whatever, but the cargo space of my GLE is really nice. It's been great for trips. It's a nice car, and I had the white one, the GLE, the white one, for like 3 years. Loved it so much, and I knew that, you know, with a family and stuff, like I wanted that car. Like I wanted to always have that car. There was nothing else that even compared to it that even remotely excited me. And I was like, you know, I really like it, but it was very nice, but it was like, I just had that itch of like, you know, I really want the sportier one was more me. It was white, and it was kind of just, the interior was real pretty. It was that real white looking interior, and it just wasn't me. I like a black on black car. I just like, I don't know, I just wanted it to be sportier, and I always dreamed of having like an AMG one, but those are really rare. And so the place that we get our cars from, the Mercedes place had they had just gotten in a GLE 53, and we went and looked at it, and I was like, oh, and that was, I got that I think like the day before my 38th birthday. So we've had that now for a couple years. So it was due for like a big service, but I told Brad, I was like, I'll never get, like, nothing else excites me. It's not even about being excited, because you're always going to want something different, but I love that car so much. And even if you got like the bare bones GLE, it is the nicest car, and it's so nice and safe for your family. Open the roof, get a little fancy. Oh, it has a double roof, that's nice. We will, when I get to the restaurant, because I'm taking you guys out real fancy today, get excited, then we'll chit chat. So where do you think we're going? Okay, you guys, we're here. We've got a spot with a view. I've taken you somewhere very exclusive. This is not a good angle. Let's close this. You guys ready? Awesome. I did get something for y'all. Oh, okay. They had this secret menu item that said secret aardvark fries. Talk about does something to you. Okay, I got my regular order, which I'll tell you what I got. And then I was like, throw in some aardvark fries. Okay, so we'll try those together. I will say, this car, okay, now that we're talking cars, because not conducive to car picnics. This is slanted straight down. And this is very narrow. Like in mine, I have the GLE. Okay, I know. This is flat and wide. So when Livy and I are in the car, picnicking as we do drive-thrus, which is the better angle here? I don't flipping know. This car's kind of odd. I don't really like this either. Look. Because, I don't know. I don't like how the thing is. But it's I'm not saying it's ugly. I'm just saying it's it's beautiful. It's a beautiful car. But it's a little strange. Okay, whatever. Let's just do this and we'll have to get over it. But I will say, the GLE, you can't go wrong. I don't think I completed that thought earlier. I don't think I really hammered that down earlier when I was talking about how the GL before the big one. I think that Mercedes will end up phasing that one out. It's a nice car, but it doesn't make any sense. And I've owned both, and I'm gonna tell you why it doesn't make any sense. It's huge. It's like a tank. This car, the GLB that's my loaner car, is very low, like a car. Like I had to reach up into the drive-through window. The GLE is like an SUV, but it's not obnoxiously large. It's not like a truck, you know what I'm saying? Whereas the GL had more of a felt like you were driving a tank, guzzled gas. And even if you got it more efficient, I don't like the inside features. The back seat of the GL is so huge and nice, but the problem is that if you were gonna have more than 2 kids or whatever and you wanted that third row of the GL, the third row was useless. Mine had a third row. It was so useless. I had a bench seat and a third row. How the heck are you getting in there? You'd have to launch over, and then you have no cargo space. The cargo space in the GLE that I have, not this, but the one that I own, is perfect. I just think you can't beat the GLE. It's so nice. But the GL, okay, I know the new ones have captain's chairs in the back because they fixed the problem that my old one had. That comes with 2 captain's chairs. It's a split row. Then you can get to the third row. Well, riddle me this, then you have no cargo room. It's just a whole mess. Just the GLE is the best. And then if you did have more than 3 kids or 3 or more, get a flippin' Tahoe or something at that point. What are you doing? Okay. So here's these aardvark fries. This was a little special to do. And you know what? I don't know where I'm gonna put these because there's nowhere to sit the food. This car. I don't know what this is on here. Aardvark fries. So it looks like fries. The Taco Bell fries. Nothing better. Ooh. Some kind of green, fresh sauce. Pico de gallo. Lettuce? A lettuce in there? Wow. I'm gonna have to switch to my phone in a minute because it looks like my battery's about to die. So this is what you want to get. This is actually healthy and good. I don't get the fries all the time. I just lost my mind. I got all excited because I was taking y'all out. Gotta get stuff for my ladies. So here's what you want to do. I'm going to end up ruining this car because there's literally nowhere to put anything. And all my chips spilled out. Okay. You want to get the Cantina chicken bowl. Oh my gosh, so good. It's healthy. It's Chipotle adjacent. So much cheaper and better. Can you see this goodness? Ooh, am I about to spill it? Are you adjusting? You see this goodness? Okay. And then it comes with this like avocado sauce that you drizzle over. And then when I'm feeling frisky, I get a side of chips. And then you can dip the chips in it like nachos. And then get a ton of mild sauce on the side. And then you can really go to town with that mild sauce. Okay, whoa, what's happening? Okay. So this week has been busy. We are finishing up the school year. We homeschool, and I really haven't given many updates here on that. We talk about it just dropped my fork. Pretty, good thing they gave me two, at length in our podcast. It's another thing in my car. Libby makes fun of me because my glove box is literally just tons of straws. I have cutlery, a little box of cutlery. I have electric salt and pepper shakers. I know, you guys, I'm sorry, but I'm going to be prepared. So I'm glad that they gave me another fork, so I wouldn't have had that. So I put my sauce all over it. But I will say, it's just been a wild couple of weeks rounding out the school year, which is, it really creeps up on me. So we've been doing homeschool now. This is our 4th year. Olivia's in 3rd grade, so count kindergarten. She'll be going into 4th, which I cannot believe. This week we start our standardized testing to end the year, and it's just really great. But yeah, I talk about it a lot on our podcast. Brad and I have just, hopefully that's going to be good. I don't know. I can't tell what you can see. But, okay, here's my fries. I have so enjoyed homeschooling her, and I'm so happy that we've been able to do it. And I know that you're hearing that, and the words are causing you to be like, homeschool. That's exactly how I used to be. I went to school to be a teacher. I believe in the public school system, the private school system. Send your kid to school, you know, and no problem. I don't know really where I'm going with this, other than I want to share kind of my experience a little, if you're considering it and the stigmas really kind of tore you away from it like it did me in the beginning. And then I'll kind of tell you like how I kind of arrived at wanting to do it and knowing that it was the right thing. But I'll be so honest with you, it was like something that I can't even put into words. And then there's like rice at the bottom of this. It's real good. So I'll take the chips and just kind of eat it like that until the chips are gone. So it's really not that many chips. Sometimes I don't get chips. I certainly never get fries, but I was so curious. They are so good. It reminds me of like the bowl, but with like fries. If that makes sense, because it's got like chicken in it. I'm gonna return this car. Like, absolutely trashed. I'm just kidding. Okay, I'd totally clean it up if I did. These fries are like hanging on for their lives. They're about to slide right down this little ramp. I'm sorry. I don't eat on camera, ever. Never really had to use that as my shtick, okay? So don't get offended, but we're all good. I'm just gonna eat lunch and talk to you guys. Let's pretend like I always say, people that used to get so offended, have you never gone to lunch with a friend? I don't know. So, years ago, with the homeschooling thing, like, it was the year prior, so it was 1919. Wow. 2019, and pre-pandemic, you know, so that's not the reason that we started it, but it worked out because we were able to continue during that, and, you know, she didn't really have to experience being ripped out of kindergarten. Her first year would have been first grade, I mean kindergarten. So, yeah, it would have been the end of kindergarten. So I just, the stigma, okay? I had such a stigma with homeschool prior to having children. When I even had children, prior to doing it, when I was gonna do it, I was like, Tiffany, like, this is, like, what does this look like? Like, you're not a homeschool family. Like, and when you picture a homeschool family, okay, stereotypes, okay? We're not remote, we're not off the grid, we're not like, like in a commune or a compound, and I hate to say that, that's not what it is, but that is the stigma. And if you're a homeschool family, you get it, because that's what the stigma is, and that's not the case. There are kids that are being sent to school that are in that's probably shouldn't. My point is, now look at it as, if you don't have children, well, it's not even about having children or not. If you've never homeschooled before, you literally can't judge. You cannot, because I did, and I was dead wrong. And we've met so many people that do it, and I don't want to say normal, but like cool families, social. My kid is, even, I don't want to toot my own horn, I never am like bragging about my kid how great she is, but she's more socialized than the kids that I see her hang out. Socialized, right? Because that's the biggest thing. Socialize. How are they going to socialize? Like, are your kids only socializing at school? And I love the difference of like, or the separation of like, when she's at school during the day, during that, my eyes are like so red from this pollen. When she's at school during the day, during those 3 hours, because it's 3 hours a day, 180 days a year, during those hours, it's like a private tutor. The value and the quality of the education that she's getting, and I'm speaking for myself, I'm not saying this is the right way to do it. This is the right way to do it for my child, okay? Every kid's different. But just to break the stigma, okay? Because so many people have seen us do it, people in my real life that now want to do that with their kids that were like, I was so judgy about this. Like, I get it now, you know, and this is amazing. It's been amazing for us. But I'm glad that my kid, during the educational hours of the day, is just focusing on education, and there's not the element of socializing while you're doing it. And the typical 7-hour school day, statistically, I knew this when I was teaching back in the day, 70% of the day consists of transitions, waiting, recess, or lunch. My kid's eating, my kid's playing outside more than like, and you know what I'm saying, that's not a part of the school day. So when you think of like, okay, 7 hours your kid's in school, they're waiting on other kids to finish up. They're probably learning things that they already know, or that they could be kind of pushed ahead doing something different. Or if they don't get it, they could be getting that private time of like, or the focus of like, you know, of a teacher or someone, or you that's going to handle homeschool, like really helping them review what they need to know. Do you know what I'm saying? So that there isn't that element of failure when you see kids that are getting like the C's and D's at failing, okay? I don't even know what the grades look like nowadays in a typical school system, because I've heard crazy things. I've heard all kinds of different things. Is it because the kid is just not knowing what they're doing? It's because they're learning at a different pace, and that's not a failure. Do you know what I mean? And so I really, like I said, went through that whole thing. I was a teacher. I went through the education program. I'm certified to teach. Something in my heart when I had her, or not even when I had her, I just always thought was send her to school. When those days came where it was like, hey, now it's time for school, she was like, it's fine. You know, it wasn't like anything specific or like, no, I don't think she should be in school. I was like, let's send her, you know? If I would have sent her, she would have been fine. She would have been thriving. She would have been fine, okay? No different. But when people ask why I don't know. It was something within me. I think sometimes when people say like, oh, I always hear when I was a kid like, oh, God spoke to me or whatever. I'm like, well, God's not talking to me. Like, are you supposed to be like hearing something? Or, and now that I've looked back in my life, I realized I look like when I married Brad. Can't explain that feeling. It was more than like love. It was more than, it was just, I knew it was right. And I just felt this feeling like wash over me of like, this is good, this is perfect. And something about when it came time to send her to school, I had this, and we went through the process, we were in, but I thought to myself, like, this doesn't feel right. Not because I'm like, oh, I don't want to send her to school. I'm like, send her, go. You know, she's used to spending time with family members and spending the night and doing things. It was like, go, you know. But it wasn't a protective thing, because I'm really not even, I hate to say that, I'm not really a hovering, like, super protective mom. Oh, you can't do that. I'm like, do it, experience it, you know. It wasn't that. It was just this feeling that I just felt like, not doom, but just like something is, I don't feel right about doing this. And then when I thought of the alternative, homeschool was not even a realistic alternative, because that was something that was just wild to me, because I didn't know anyone that had done it. Or if you did hear of someone that did it, you had a thought of like, you know. And I'm admitting that fully. So if you're judging and you're listening to this and you're thinking, she homeschools her kid, but yet you've never homeschooled, you're me. You're me who I used to be, and I was dead wrong, okay? So, oh shoot, this is a mess. Okay, what am I talking about? I'm talking about when I thought about homeschooling, it felt right. And I didn't know anything about it, but I just thought, that seems like something that would be good. And I didn't even know why. It was bizarre, okay? It's hard to explain. And then I thought, I've got a job, like we own a business, like what am I gonna do? Start schooling my kid, and then I'm gonna be on the hook for her education, and then that's gonna be a lot of pressure for me. I don't know how to do it. Where do I begin? Legal, this and that. Then I started researching it, found all this stuff to do. There's all these, like, you know, of course you can get like help legally with it, make sure that you're following all the laws and stuff, found the curriculum and kind of did all that. And I just went with it, and she loved it, and to this day she still loves it so much, and I love that I can spend that time with her. Not even about spending time, it's about the value of what we're doing. You can get up early, do it in 3 hours, you're done by lunchtime. Get out and do things as a family. You can handle other things. She's seeing like real life things. She's seeing like Brad and I interact with people. She has more time to socialize with friends, family, all of that, which are friends that she's chosen, not ones that she's thrown into, like real life. I think, okay, you have to work, you have to do this. Sure, we do things all the time. She has, you know, activities where she like has a teacher. I'm not trying to say like, oh, my child is doing this, it's great. I'm trying to explain to you like the overview of homeschool, and that socialization, when you think about it, school, a traditional school is not what you should be associating socialization with, because once school is over and kids are like thrown out in the real world, they don't know what the heck to do. Because I hear people, oh, I want to prepare, you know, for the real world. So that's why that to me, I think, is less. You have to do things you don't want to do all the time, but school is just, you're going through the motion and you're doing it, and then you get out. It's like, okay, these weren't friends I really chose, they were friends I was with, and now I'm doing, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But I think traditional school, public private school, perfection. I'm not pro homeschool and anti certain thing. I'm pro both, okay? I'm pro like mind your own business and do what's best for your own child. And there are kids that are thriving and that are doing things that Livy isn't experiencing in traditional school, and Livy's experiencing things that those kids aren't experiencing. There's pros and cons. I was talking to a friend about this who's wanting to homeschool her kid, and you know, her kid's gone to a traditional school for years, and she's like I'm dying to like pull her kid out. And she was just like, I just don't know. I don't know. And it's like, well, it's your decision. You know what I mean? You can't talk anybody into anything, because it's not right for everybody. And one isn't better than the other, but one is going to be better than the other for your child. You know what I'm saying? You just have to figure that out, minus the stigma, which is what I'm trying to say. Because everything that people assume about homeschool is just not what it is. And I feel like we have so much freedom and so much like fun, so much time to do things with each other, time for her to spend with other people. She learns about like business stuff and more like financial, you know, like more like, I think schools should teach like for kids like how to be fiscally responsible, which part of our curriculum in 4th grade is going to be that. There's something like that I'm adding in for that, but she's seen us, you know, handle stuff and talk to adults and go to banks, and she's been there when we buy things or when we do things, and she knows how to talk to adults. Like she knows how to, and that's what I was saying, like sometimes I do see her with other kids her age, and you can tell such a difference that like she's not picking up on certain things maybe they are in school, or certain habits. And friends of mine tell me that they're like, oh my god, like that's a con of like going certain ways. I'm not again saying or knocking, because not everybody is able to do that. Not everybody has like the job schedule that would allow them to homeschool their child, and your child probably is doing better off at a traditional school. So this is not me saying that one decision is better than the other. I'm just saying that if you are considering it, don't let the stigma like stand in your way, because it could be one of the best things that you've ever done for your family, for your child. And I do think that there are some people that really kind of get off on the whole homeschool aspect of like almost like glorifying themselves because they're doing it. I don't want to say this, but you know, you see like accounts or certain things, they have a ton of kids. Their whole shtick of having like millions of followers is that they have tons of kids and that they're homeschooling. And they tell you that, and it's more about them and like their glorification of like, I'm homeschooling all these kids. But then it's like, okay, how are your kids? And you don't owe us that. You don't owe us that at all. But like for me, I want to always keep it private. I never talk about it much. I don't show her schoolroom because I do feel like it's such like it's so beautiful and it's such like a happy place. But it's also like, I don't know, I just feel like you have to draw lines with certain things. And I'm so proud that we're able to do that. And if you're listening to this, again, zero judgment either way you go. I'm just saying, open your mind a little bit. I know that when we started it, I was so worried about judgment from people that I knew, family members, friends, and they may have to begin with thought like, oh my gosh. But after they've seen how it's gone, and they see how she's thriving and how much like how well it's going for us, it's fine. And even if they weren't fine with it, who cares? It's nobody's business. And I've really kind of, let's get off of that. In the whole like separating things, people being judgy, or what's your business, what do you owe to people, whatever, on social media. Okay, don't know where that went. This is so bad. I'm gonna have to detail this car before I send it back, just from this one lunch. These fries are so good. I just bought them to like taste them and show you guys. They may be better than this bowl. And I do always want to like come across as like a friend and zero judgment. I don't care what anyone does. I would never say what I'm doing is right, what you're doing is not. I'm just trying to like kind of break that stigma, you know what I mean? And say that whatever you're doing with your child, if they're thriving, is perfect. If I'm doing something that's great for my child, you know, we all make mistakes. We all could do something better or whatever. But I'm not doing this to say like this is the right way and then there's a wrong way. It's just the way that the route that we went, and it's been amazing. But you know, it's crazy. The percentage of people that are doing homeschool now is wild. Like there's so much. I think people are just, again, I think the stigma is kind of breaking. And people are kind of seeing it for what it is rather than like the stereotype, which is to say with a lot of things, you know, like more serious things. But as far as like schools, colleges, follow your state's laws. They're enrolled with the county just the same as if they were in a private program. It would be the same. You get transcripts, report cards, all those things. And it's not a fudgy thing. Like, oh, my mom's just gonna fudge that. Like, they do standardized testing. Like, there's no fudging. So, you know, it's great. Whatever's right for your family's right for your family. But I would never judge anyone for anything that they do. So maybe the message is just like, not just to judge me, because I don't care. Again, judge away. But maybe your friends or yourself, if you ever find yourself in a position where you're like, should I do this? It is the most beautiful, like warm, fuzzy, one of the most sure of things, decision that I've been really sure of in my life is homeschooling. It's really, really great. And if she wants to try it, if she wants to change, and in high school she wants to start going, then she can. She can try it. She can always come back if she wants to, but you know, I just think it's a good thing. But talking about like separating certain things. Ooh, they give me more of this. Don't slide down. I do feel like, again, I mean, I'm so fascinated. For me with social media, I'll be 40 in July of this year, so in a couple months. I've truly like kind of come up through all iterations. Like, I didn't just join a few years ago and hop on TikTok or hop on like whatever and just that was all I saw. I started when there wasn't Twitter, before Instagram, and I kind of like came up through those things. And so I've kind of always navigated like what to share, what not to share. And just, and my point is, I didn't come on and just say, well, you just open up your whole life. Like when I started, I kind of tiptoed into it. And I like how it's kind of evolved for me, because especially in the beginning, you know, I was in my early 20s when I started my YouTube, and just comments or anything that you get, I remember it went over my head. I didn't want to see them, of course, like, and back then it was like the Wild West. Like the comments were insane. Like when people would like send you insane things before they realized that you could like easily figure out who they were. People are a little less unhinged now, I feel. Thank God. Maybe they've had like time to like work through those issues. But very early on for me, I joined at a time when like I was only 23, I think, when I joined. I was just gotten married. I was starting a really new fun like phase of my life. I felt really good about where I was at. Again, just gotten married. But I was really secure with myself. I wasn't like just a naive, like in my 20s. Like I feel like I had gone through some, like, I don't know, I just felt like I was always pretty smart about things, or savvy about certain things, and mature about certain things. And so I never let that get to me. And the big thing was not just hate, because that's what people talk about, more so about believing the hype, or being impressed with yourself, or letting social media dictate who you are. And that's what I was saying with filtering out what you're sharing and what you're not sharing. If I shared every aspect of my life, every time I went out with a friend, all of my family, if I shared my child's every inch of the schoolroom and showed her bedroom and every inch of our home, sure, I show things that make sense here and there. Well, then where does the line draw between what's private for you and what you're performing? And I never wanted it to be performative. I never wanted, oh, well, now we're gonna do TikTok, so now I gotta jump on TikTok. Now I gotta do little dances. Now I gotta do that. I never wanted to do that. I just wanted to do what I wanted to do, which here we are. Okay, now we're eating loaded armadillo fries. What were these called? In a car. But I just wanted it to be honest. I wanted it to be real, because that's what I like, and I can see straight through, and I don't like a lot of the, you know what I mean. But also, I never wanted my family to become like what this was about. Y'all are aware of my family, you know. I don't plaster my close family's picture all over. Every time we do something, I'm not making like my family dance around for stuff, or they're private. Most of my friends are private. I don't hang out with a lot of YouTubers or YouTubers. I'm so old. social media or people that are just like really dying for that. And I've had friends that I kind of see over the years, like certain people that might use you for certain things, or, you know, that only invite you to something when maybe they can use you for something. And that is not my circle. And I weed that out real fast. But I don't know. What am I talking about? I just want to always be cautious, and I think it's okay to draw a line with what you share and what you don't. And I think you're more real if you don't. I think that it's so fake and so inauthentic if you are showing here's my family, we're traveling, you know, I gotta show every inch of my family and every inch of everything that we're doing, and your family becomes this like, family's like boogieing in the background for your daily TikToks or your daily reels, and it's just like, I can't, and I'm being judgy. I'm glad that I just would never want my kid to have to like deal with that for many reasons. What a nightmare. I'm enjoying these fries, which is not great. Okay, not getting these already. This was a little fun treat. Okay, I'm gonna eat these for you guys. I don't know, you guys. What am I saying? I think for our mental health, for like, which I feel that I've kept a good grip of which I feel like I haven't done everything perfect. No one has, but I have done a really good job of keeping myself, never believing any hype and never caring. Like, I've never focused once on numbers. I said that in my early days of YouTube. I did not care. I never checked subscribers. I don't care if I get this many numbers, that many. Not celebrating those kind of milestones, because at the end of the day, none of that matters. I wouldn't mind if I had a group of 10 people that was hanging with me. I'm happy that it's become what it has in an authentic way. But I don't know. I think that we're sharing. This is so layered. I know I'm jumping all over, but I feel like we're just sharing too much of ourselves. Your whole self should not be on the internet. Doesn't mean you're hiding anything. It means that you are an evolved human being, or someone that's like, that gets it. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna end up losing so much of yourself if you share every little pocket of your life on social media. And you've got to protect the people in your family and your friendships. And I don't want to cheapen that. Nothing would cringe me out more if I was on a day with my girlfriends and we had to do a little shoot or a photo and fire up the gram, for me to say, oh, look, here we are. My friends aren't like that, you know. But the thing is it's not like, oh, I have friends that are like that, friends that aren't. I have a friend that has a social media or that has a business and has a social media kind of similar to mine, and we get together, we post together, because we're both kind of known in the same, you know, a lot of our subscribers or our followers kind of overlap, you know, and it's fun and we have fun together. But every time we are hanging, or every time anything, we're not talking about it. I'm not like shouting it from the rooftops. Every time I go on a vacation with my family, I'm not posting every little moment. We take so many vacations where years ago I was on a kick where like I did not want to fire up my phone at all or shoot anything or do anything when I was on vacation with my family, because I wanted that like separate moment. Look at me, like, what am I doing? Like double fisting the fries and the nachos? Okay. This is getting crazy. And don't even say it's giving who I think it's giving, because we have deep dived in that on the podcast. Bethany, my God. I mean, I always question when, like, so again, I have 16 years of videos. I don't eat on camera ever. Probably 5 times in 16 years. But it's like, what do you have when you don't have the shtick? You know what I mean? I'm always supposed to be about something. I feel so bad about what she was saying about her mother's death. This has been fun. Okay, usually, so I kind of have ate a little bit of both. I can usually knock out this entire bowl I don't think I can today because I have that too, but oh my gosh. This is a really great lunch, the bowl. You don't need to get chips with it. I just eat it with a fork a lot of days. It's so good and filling and delicious. Has a lot of good ingredients. The fries are real good if you're feeling a little extra. Do you guys do that when you go to Taco Bell? You see like the menu, you know what you're going for, and then you end up adding like 2 weird things, and you just like have to take a bite of a few of them before you know it. It's $20. Like today, Taco Bell. I am from the $3 days of Taco Bell where you could go and eat for $3. And there is something good though at Taco Bell. If you're really wanting to go on a budget, and I do this a lot too, they're called loaded beef nachos, and they have, they're kind of like the nachos Bel Grande, but they have guacamole. The guacamole is included, okay? So the nachos are pretty much the price of like a side of guacamole. I don't even know. They're like $2.99 or something for all these nachos, and then I get lettuce added and a drink, and I think it's like $7. That's like about as cheap as you can go to get like a full meal, unless, I mean, you get like a cheesy roll up and a drink for like $2, but cheesy roll up ain't holding me over. But okay, guys, I hope that you enjoyed coming with me today on my rambling. Y'all, I just think sometimes it's fun to do a little video like this. It's not curated, not so thought out. People are gonna be like, what are you talking about? I mean, fully don't know. I'm not reading from a script, and I'm not like curating the video. I'm just talking about what's on my mind, which is apparently all over the place today. But I am so excited and just so happy. It's such a beautiful day. In this sweet spot, which we're toward the end now, in between spring break and summer break for school, it goes so fast. Okay, well, anyways, you guys, I love you. Thank you for sticking with me today. I will link to the things that I called out specifically, and I've got to dig all of the crumbs out of this car now before I return it. But anyways, y'all, thank you for watching. Love you so much. I feel like I have so much stuff in my teeth, and y'all are just the best. So thanks for hanging with me. I hope the things that I said resonated and made you feel good. That's always my point. I never want anyone to feel like I'm saying my way is the best way, this is right, this is wrong. I'm trying to make like a more open-minded conversation, like have a more open-minded conversation about some of these topics, and for you guys to feel good about social media and to feel good about just even things, decisions that you might make, like regarding what to share, what not to share. Okay, I don't know. But here I am sharing my, sharing me eating on camera and having lunch. If you go to Taco Bell, try the Cantina Bowl. So good. Maybe not the Cantina Bowl and the fries at once, but all good stuff. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.